Hi guys, it's me Laura and I am going to try something new, and so I'm going to try it with you guys. Normally I put resin over all of my artwork, but I'm not going to this time. I am going to try Liquitex Professional Acrylic Medium, and it's going to be a high gloss varnish. I've never used this before. Let's see. See if you can see it. Yeah. So I'm going to try this, and I'm going to use it with a foam brush. I got this at Home Depot. I was going to order like a packet from Amazon, but I've ordered a pack before and they're so cheap and I don't like them. These start tearing really bad. I love the Home Depot ones. Anyways, this is what I'm going to use, and I'm going to try this high gloss varnish from Liquitex and see how that does on my art. So I'm bringing you along with me so we can test it out together. Thanks so much for following me, and let's get to it. Bye-bye. Okay, I am going to get ready using this high gloss varnish. And I have these paintings that I'm going to put the varnish on. I've never used this varnish before. I normally cover them with resin, so I don't know if you can really see. When I do resin, I mean, it looks like glass. I know that light is in the way. So I really don't know if you guys can see how glassy it looks, but this is resin. So I was going to say another little thing. With these, I was putting my information, signing and dating it for these. But what I'm doing now is I'm certifying them. I want to get a collection, and I want to be able to distinguish my collections. And so now what I'm doing is I'm going to be filling out this little certificate with the information. So now my paintings will have this on the back. So it's something that's good for you. If you want to buy these, then you can collect them. I will number them. And yeah, hopefully that makes you happy about spending money on art, especially if you collect it. But anyways, I love the resin. I do commission work, so if you ever wanted me to paint something, you could ask for resin or you could ask for varnish. So let's check out the varnish and see how that works. Now, since I have no experience with this varnish, I don't know what it's going to do. So I'm going to start with my white ones first, because I was going to start with, let's just say, the colored ones, but I don't know if using this, can I use the same brush? Or once I do this, will it get blue on here? I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and do the white one first, and then the next white one before I jump to the colored ones. And if anybody knows about this, please leave me a comment. Give me some information. Do you like this Liquitex High Gloss Varnish? Do you have any tips on how to cover art with this varnish? I'm just going to wing it. I'm just going to pour it on. My husband and I, we do have experience with furniture. We've refurbished old furniture. We build custom furniture. And I've worked with like the Varathane varnishes. I've worked with polyacrylic, polyurethane. And the one thing my husband would always say is never stop and then start. So I do know that if you're going to put any varnish on furniture, you want to do the whole entire strip. And then come in the end and then do the whole entire next strip. I do know that with furniture. I don't know this with art. So I'm going to use that same technique. I'm just going to go straight across. So hopefully I won't leave any lines in the middle, because I don't know how this is going to dry. So again, if you have any experience with this, please let me know. Leave it in the comments. If you have another varnish that you absolutely love, please leave that in the comments too, because I'm okay to try out different items. I just know that I want my art to be very glassy looking. That's me. But again, like I said, I do commission work, and if you don't want it glassy looking, you could always request a matte, and we could do a matte finish instead. So, whew, I'm so scared. I have also followed Sarah Taylor. I've seen her do some with polyacrylic, and she watered it first. And I read this one, and this one says not to have water. So I'm not going to do water on this one. But I've also seen some people who do use this one. After just one coat, they love it. They say it's glassy looking. So hopefully it is just one coat, but the instructions say I can put 2 to 3 coats. So I will do one coat right now. I'll let it dry, and then I'll decide if I'm going to do a second coat. Okay, that's all I'm going to do because I definitely don't want this to have streaks. All right, so I'm leaving this one alone for now. And now I'm going to do the next white one. Okay. So today is Sunday. It's my bum day is what I say. Sunday bum day. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys do on a Sunday? I used to watch football. I was a big NFL watcher, but it just became too political, and I'm not interested in politics when I'm watching football. So I don't watch football anymore. Ooh, this one feels gummy. This one right here feels sticky. I don't know why, but it does feel sticky. Okay. So yeah, if you have any experience using this, let me know. Because the other one came on pretty smooth. This one feels like it's sticky. Maybe I need to switch brushes between art. I'm not sure. So, and then I don't know if I don't like how this looks. Am I able to put resin over it? That's going to be another question. If you know the answer to that, please let me know. Oops, I see a big... All right, this one might need a second coat because it seems like it's not very pretty. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, so this one's next. So I did the white ones. I'm thinking to make sure it has enough on there so it's not going to dry out. I mean, what I love about the resin when I put it, I mean, it's messy. It's a lot of work to put it. But what I love about it is it makes the colors pop. It's just so pretty. And it looks glassy. It looks like there's a glass over your art. So I've read reviews about this, and this one, it says the same thing, that it makes your art look like there's glass on it. So I thought, well, I'm going to try this. It's less messier than resin. I'll see how it looks, and then I'll decide. Okay, this one, it looks like I put a lot more, so It's still wet looking. That's good. Okay, so I'm gonna let this dry. Okay, we'll do this one. So I haven't been really painting very much. One, because I don't have very much room to paint, and these prints have been here on my painting table. And two, I've been working a lot from home, and we're super busy at work. So I've had so much work to do that when I actually like clock out, I guess you could say, I literally just collapse and fall asleep half the time on the couch. So I, step out of my office and I go make dinner, and then I'm out. I'm so tired. So I haven't been able to really put some paint down, and I want to. I miss painting so much. And so if I can get these done pretty quickly and dried, I can get them off my table, and then I can get started painting again, probably next weekend. All right, so this one's done. All right, this is the last one. Now this one I was so excited about putting resin on because, these colors would probably just pop, but I want to try this. I want to try this and see if this is another route I can do, at least to have something other than resin. Like I said, I love the resin look, I do. It's just so messy. This one is one of my favorite. My interpretation of what's going on in the world today is this flag. It's the colors that are trying to break through the darkness. Darkness to me is the arguing, the division. That's not who we should be as a nation. No leaders should ever try to separate us as Americans. We should all, I think I read somewhere, is that the spirit of September the 12th should be what we all are. And that is truth. When we were, as a country, attacked, we as a country stood together. We helped our neighbor. We didn't look at socioeconomics. We didn't look at race. We didn't look at religion. We absolutely didn't look at sexual preference. We just helped our fellow neighbor. We just were Americans. And so I hope we get to that again one day. But I don't know. So here you go. I've done all of them with this high gloss, one coat. I'll let them dry. This said about 3 hours, I think is what I read. Yes, 3 hours. So I will come back in 3-4 hours and see what it looks like, and then decide if I'm going to do a second coat and kind of look at it between this one and my resin one and see which one I like better. But you let me know in the comment section, which top do you like for your art? Do you like to use resin? Do you like to use varnish? Or do you maybe skip the top altogether and you don't do it? So I'm really interested to know what you all do. If you could please leave it in the comments and let me know. All right, I will see you soon. Okay guys, it's dried. I really don't know how much you can see. It is shiny. I mean, it is pretty. It is shiny. I don't know how well it's going to show on there. But I will say it is not like resin. Resin is just gorgeous on here. I'm going to go ahead and do a second coat because in all fairness, it did say to do 2 to 3 coats. So I'm going to go ahead and do a second coat. I mean, it's so pretty. It does look pretty. You can tell it has a varnish over it. I don't have any lines, so that's good. But I'm going to go ahead and do one more. I'm going to go ahead and do one more coat. And let's see if we can get it to be a little more shiny. So let's do that. And I got a new brush because the last one I rinsed it and it's still kind of wet. So I'm going to go ahead and get a new one. So I do like this. It gives a different look. This fall, I plan to go out to market to sell my artwork, and it's going to be a good thing to have both the ones with varnish and the ones with resin, and this way, you know, whoever's coming to buy, you can make the decision. You'll be able to see the difference between the two, and if you want a commission piece, you can also see the difference between the looks. This look is pretty. It is nice and shiny. It just doesn't look like glass like the resin. But it is shiny and it is pretty. All right, so I'm going to leave that. And I'm going to go ahead and go in the same order that I did them. Now this one, I do see streaks. This one was a funny one. I don't know why this one was giving me problems. It was like real gummy almost. So hopefully these little streaks will dry properly. So anyways, I'm going to fast forward you. Just get these done, and when they're dried, I will try to snap a picture of them. Right, so here it is out in the sun. I mean, you really can't tell that it has the varnish on it because it's not so reflective like the resin. See if I can get a little bit of a shine. It's so pretty. It's just not so glass looking like the resin. So now I'm going to show you the resin. I mean, literally you can see my hand through there. It's all right. Well, I like the varnish. It gives another option.